everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I am your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock. And today, guys, we're going to be answering the question, should the Blue Jays trade the Lord? Lourdes Gurriel Jr., my favorite player. Before we get into it, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you think. What's the package that you need to be getting back to be giving away a stud of a man such as the Lourdes Gurriel Jr.? I want to hear in the comments down below. All right, big guy, just remind the folks about this dude. I mean, I feel like they already know.
You already know him. We got to remind you, guys, he has a career. This is his career slash line, and it's great. He's played 4 seasons now, and it's established we know who the Lord is. He hits .282 with an on-base of .324, with a slugging of .492, and an OPS of .816. Now, that is elite. I consider anything over 800 OPS, you are an elite bat, and clearly he's got one. And for those who also don't know, his contract is very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, it
on
is.
A $4.9 million for next year, $5.8 for 23, and then ARB3 in 24. So 3 years that we have this guy for such an elite bat.
It is ridiculously, like, it's almost a steal how much we pay this dude. In fact, it is a steal. Like, I remember we were looking back on it, and just for, like, the level of production, we were looking at the best contracts in baseball, and the Lourdes Gurriel Jr. was on there. Because, like, for the level of production that you get, you know, when you just look at it, you break it down, you divide the numbers based on, like, what we are paying him, it is, like, one of the best contracts in baseball when you're not factoring in rookie deals like what Vlad's on and stuff like that. Like, this is an elite contract for a guy who's 28 years old. He's only just finding his stride right now. And last year, a bit of a down year on a whole. He finished with a 785 OPS, I think. But it's like, when you look at the second half of the season,
it was getting a lot better.
It was a far different player. In the first half, he had a 710 OPS. He was not that very good. The batting average was low. The strikeouts were high. In the second half of last year, 296 batting average, a 360 on base, a 529 slugging, and an 889 OPS. He was one of the best players in baseball in the second half last year.
You know what really sticks out for me out of all those numbers you just said is the on base was actually going up. Because he's known as a free swinger. He doesn't work a lot of walks, but when he's hot, he's getting on base. He's walking.
I agree, dude. And I think at 28 years old, like, we probably have not seen the best of Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Like, I think the best is yet to come. And if that second half of the year is any sign of, like, what we could get in 2022, like, this dude is going to be, he's going to be incredible. With that being said, we know he's awesome. I love him. I'll talk him up all day long, bro. Should we get rid of him? Should we trade him?
Well, here's the thing. No, but you could keep your doors open, keep the phone lines open, because we are looking as a competitive team right now. We need to get the best players on the field, and there's been lots of speculation, like whether we should trade for someone like Jose Ramirez, whether we should trade for someone like Ketel Marte. So if you're going to go make a big move, the Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is a guy that a lot of teams want in return, like 3 years of contract, really cheap, really good hitter. He's kind of perfect. And you can honestly sign him after that and kind of become a guy. So I wouldn't want to go out and start shopping him, but if that's the return for someone like an elite talent like J-Ram or Ketel Marte, then they might. They can.
Well, frankly, I've always been of the mentality where it's like, I will never hang up the phone immediately. Like, you can call about anyone. You can ask about Bo Bichette. You can ask about Vladdy. And, like, I will sit there and listen to you. And if your offer is so ridiculous, then maybe I will say yes to that. Like, nobody should ever be off the table. That's just good general management. And I do feel the same way about Lourdes Gurriel Jr. You know, it's like, we should not be saying no immediately. I do not want to actively be shopping him, though. Like, there are other guys on the block that I would rather get rid of, because let's face it, unless we do get one of those guys back and he does fill that lineup, you know, I don't know who we're getting back here. It's like, do we really want to be starting Grichuk out there every single day?
No.
Not really. No, it's like, it is a big drop off there from the Lord to Grichuk.
Yeah, because we definitely want to get an outfielder back. Like, J-Ram's like, it'd be kind of risky because you would be putting in Grichuk every day. Whereas like Marte, for example, would be a perfect trade because he would just go play center field. You know, you shift everybody over to the corners. So it would work. But yeah, I agree. Like, I'm not really looking for a trade.
And I also wouldn't want to sell him cheap either, because baseball trade, I think that baseball trade values has criminally underrated this guy. He's got a 14.5 trade value on there. That seems like almost nothing to me.
Dude, he's one of the best left fielders in the game.
Literally, right? And this is the thing. I do not want to sell him low, because if we buy into him, let's say we buy into him right now, and we trust what happened from the second half of last year. Well, if he comes out, he delivers his second half numbers, why do we need J-Ram? Why do we need Ketel Marte?
Yeah.
We have the Lord now.
You can't make
this.
the argument even his second half numbers aren't as good as like someone like Ketel Marte and J-Ram.
Very close, though. I mean, like 889 OPS.
It's not much of an upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not much of an upgrade, but it is an upgrade. You know, so that's the only way. Like, and again, like if you want to really get competitive, you want to cram the most talented pieces in this lineup. That's one way you can do it. But that's the only way I'd be willing to do it. I don't want to trade him for like prospects or like to dump a contract. First of all, you don't even need to dump his contract. His contract you want to hold on to, especially. And speaking of contracts, we're having a contract like jam now. If we're signing people like Gosman and Barrios, and we want to go out and get big names in the future, and you want to extend Bo and you want to extend Vlad, like the Lord's perfect. The Lord's perfect. And that's also another reason why I wouldn't want to trade him.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't honestly think, guys, that he is going to get shipped anytime soon. There was a lot of conversations about a year ago. Let's trade the Lord. Let's get rid of the Lord. I think that we're past that. The management, I do think that the management understands how valuable this guy is. Even a baseball trade simulator or some other stupid sites that are making articles about stuff don't. I think they understand that he is the Lord, and I don't think that he's going anywhere very soon. But comment down below your thoughts on this. What is the package? Do you think that trading the Lord is a good idea for this baseball team, or are you buying into those second half numbers, thinking that he can do this over the course of a full season and put himself as a freaking all-pro and all-star?
All-star. We're in football land. We're in football land right now.
Bro. But he'll be an all-star guarantee. Actually, fuck it. He's going to be an all-star next year. I think so.
I'm all for it, man.
I think so, bro. I do think so.
Guys, you can also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public. What else is there? Breaker, any radio. Wow. Do we even listen to those? I don't think anybody actually listens to those.
Does anyone listen to those things?
Comment down below if anyone actually listens, because I think it's only like Spotify.
Yeah,
people really
like
listen.
Like somebody's hopping on Google Podcasts, like, I wonder when the next Blue Jays Today show is coming out. Like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Does that happen? Like, does anyone actually do that?
Does anyone do it? Let us know. Let us know.
Man, yeah.
But as you also, guys, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight. Use the code TODAYJays to get discounts and deals that you saw throughout the entire video. And as well, $3 a month, you can become a Patreon. You can come onto our Wine on Wine, hang out with us. It's every Friday. Shout out to thank you to all of our current Patreons. You guys keep this channel going, and we appreciate all of your support.
Thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go!